plugged into GeForce Video Game Mashup, presented by Nestle Crunch. Now up, X-Play.
Today on X-Play. The best games for the high definition era. Look pretty. It's X-Play.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Adam Sessler. Morgan Webb.
Prepare to be reviewed.
Prepare to be reviewed. This is X-Play.
X-Play's All HD Special is presented by Hitachi.
Hello and welcome to X-Play, America's television home to the good-looking, as long as you shut your eyes until I stop talking.
As you can see, we are taking advantage of Costco's liberal return policy to celebrate all things high def. That stands for high definition. Just now like an official era, like the nuclear era, the Mesozoic era, the golden age of chicken riblets.
With high def, we can now all appreciate the toll a career in cable takes on a man.
It also makes games look really nice. Games like Assassin's Creed, which teaches us that Pope Benedict was just carrying on a fine tradition of pissing off the Islamic world. And Resistance, Fall of Man, the PS3 killer app which manages to rewrite World War II without needing Noam Chomsky. And Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, where you can kill hundreds of hours preserving vast environmental wonders from the effects of global eviling.
But first, a game which benefits from a revolution in resolution by letting us appreciate how a zombie's body slides apart when bisected with a katana. It's Dead Rising.
Hey kids, let's take a look at some commonly used phrases to see how they might pertain to zombie games. Hey, what's eating you? What's on your mind? It's what's on the inside that counts. Dead Rising for the 360 introduces Frank the Freelance Photographer.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
A new day has risen along with the dead. And what better place for them to consume than that simmering crockpot known as the Willamette Mall? Dead Rising achieves a near-perfect balance between gallows humor and cannibalistic dread. Zombie behavior is delightfully unpredictable, aggressive, hard to kill, oddly distracted, stridently obsequious. You'll be glad to know that 360 Power delivers just about anything you find as a weapon, each with its own wicked killing mechanics. I love ballet, don't you? The katana and chainsaw are clear faves, as they allowed you to surgically liberate the limbs of the damned. Story mode gives you 72 hours to explore the Dread Mall before rescue arrives. You'll use this time limit to complete objectives, save victims, and slowly uncover a cultish conspiracy that has reanimated our foully fragrant friends here. Dodging and death-dealing your way through waves of hungry stiffs bring mysterious characters into your path who give you clues to darker truths.
Santa Cabeza. Santa Cabeza.
Santa Cabeza.
I don't know.
Frank's a photographer, and getting the right shot pays you well. Drama, action, erotic.
Fantastic!
Are you serious? Dead Rising's wicked sense of humor makes every store in the mall a heavenly hive of beauteous bling. Though we were sad that we couldn't find a Spencer Gifts to buy Blacklight Zeppelin posters. Frank naturally develops a palette of pugilistic dance moves as the pile of corpses he's rendered dead again gets higher. If any venom were to drip from this pretty snake's fangs, it would be that the survivor AI was at times, well, dim. Victims you led to safety followed and then just wandered off enough to end up a lunch special.
Follow me! Come on! Come on! Okay. Come on! Follow me!
The targeting system was rustically imprecise. Aiming as an afterthought in a survival horror game? Come on. Frank also lacked dexterity in high-pressure situations. At the end of life's day, though, we loved this game. A 4
Seneca Beza.
out of 5. While many people, well, primarily small business owners, decry the proliferation of malls and big box stores as responsible for the dwindling number of friendly, family-run retail experiences, this is clear evidence that when zombies come, and they will come, enclosed retail space is your last best hope.
Moving from the linoleum-lined halls of plenty to the desolate terror of science fiction, Lost Planet, also from Capcom, wowed us at E3 with burly action wrapped up in the most beautiful snowfall since the last time Lindsay Lohan sneezed. In other, much better words, it's purdy. Take a look. Hey, what's this? Now this is what I'm talking about. Snow, visually expressing itself in ways only Smilla and the Eskimos could appreciate. It falls with a soft weight. Its crusting, its look and texture reflecting available light. You big fat beautiful 3-6. Whoa! Where you been since launch? Lost Planet showed up on Xbox Live as a demo, and we just couldn't wait to tell you about it. Now, some planets are bound to get lost, and some video games are just going to be called, well, unimaginative names. You'll be gaming as a normally named one-man weapon of mass destruction known as Wayne's lost his memory.
Even if your mind doesn't remember, surely your body will remember how to control one. What are you saying?
The falling snow wins a supporting role as a metaphor for his condition.
What are you saying?
Wayne does recall a couple of things.
Fighting is the only thing I remember.
How to mortally reverse engineer animate tissue, and that his father was imperiled by the mincing mandibles of the acrids. Owing a tip of the controller to the insect aggressors and Starship Troopers, the speed of these entomological nightmares is truly something to face off against. The acrid have a wildly diverse society, and you will meet all of them. The 13 cylinders under the 360's hood has no problem testing the reflexes of your well-armed digital dude. Throwing waves of beasties your way and grinding your reflexes down with the twin challenge of massive bosses and an extremely proactive AI. As the deadly force confronting old Wayne begins to get nastier, he will, thanks to you, dear gamer, be able to man mech-like contraptions known within a game as vital suits. Some fly, some scale, all kill. If your well-armed tin booty wagon gets shot out from under you, you can borrow its larger gun to banish the offending odor of opposition. Conversely, you'll be able to utilize found weapons within the vital suit, making twin fists of fire possible when the heat in this frozen hellhole is on. The environments are varied and challenging, and the final release promises vast realms to roam. There's also hints in the wind that multiplayer support of up to 16 players may be possible. Look at these character animations, our compliments to the digital chef. If you own a 360, get on Xbox Live and download this delectable demo. If you don't, this upcoming release will be further proof of its amazing future. Look for Lost Planet early in 2007. You may wonder what residual goodies the arachnoid creatures leave behind after being killed in the game. Well, due to the fact that the planet is so cold, you use these parts of the beastie's body heat to keep yourself from freezing to death.
Although all insects are ectothermic, meaning they're cold-blooded and don't generate any heat.
So pretty much the crux of the game isn't scientifically valid. We're just saying.
The giant violent alien insectoid thing, we can believe that though.
Okay.
Up next, the pretty, pretty water of BioShock. And later, the blood-spattered countryside of Resistance: Fall of Man.
I don't want to smell your body spray from here. Not here. Not even here.
Available in 76 inches of bitterness, it's Adam Sessler.
Welcome back to X-Play's All HD Special presented by Hitachi. Our next oh-so-lovely game, BioShock, takes place in the middle of the 20th century, where eugenics-minded citizens take refuge under the ocean to create an undersea nirvana of the best and brightest. It's like a Disney movie, but with more oxygen. Here's BioShock.
Rapture. But my city was betrayed by the weak. So I ask you, my friend, if your life were the prize, would you kill the innocent? Would you sacrifice your humanity? We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
While there seems to be ample evil in the game, it would seem that the source for much of it stems from something called Adam.
What's your point?
Well, nothing really. It's just that something or someone that shares your name is responsible for the undoing of a utopia that could have harnessed its human assets for the salvation of the world.
I can't be held responsible for everything evil guys named Adam do. Adam Baldwin's work in Serenity alone would condemn me to a fate of eternal damnation.
I don't think people responsible for things they didn't do is an important part of keeping America safe and free. So you better learn to like it.
I don't.
Moments away, Resistance Fall of Man is a very pretty game on X-Play.
It's about you, and it's about time.
Now with sarcasm in 1080p, it's Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play as we check out games that make the merely pretty look ugly through high definition. Now, back in the 11th century, a dark sect of killers was established called the Hitachis. Now, this group took many drugs and assassinated political leaders, like Squeaky Fromm, Fancy Rose. So you're probably thinking, well, that sounds awesome. Drugs, assassins, ancient times, someone should make a game about this. Well, you're probably thinking this because foreshadowing is lost on you. Here's Assassin's Creed.
In the demo we saw at E3, after your character dies, you wake up on the table in a strange science fiction setting, and we wonder, what the hell does it mean?
Is it time travel? Virtual reality? Really good hash?
Hey, we have no idea. All we can tell you at this time is that there are French people working on the game, and that'll be released simultaneously on the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
It's nice that the French still maintain that spirit of Jacobean egalitarianism in the modern age.
Oh, that's rich. Here's Resistance Fall of Man. Oh.
The Chimeran threat began in Russia. The origin of the virus is unknown, but its effects were devastating and swift. In the 1930s, reports of biological experiments began leaking out of Russia. We feared the Russians had developed a weapon of unparalleled power. The truth was far worse.
You're with me! Let's go!
I like how Resistance really begs the question, would World War II have been more fun with aliens?
No.
Humanist.
Moments away. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is a very pretty game.
You're in GeForce Video Game Mashup. More X-Play is... Go to G4TV.com. Always fresh, always new, always plugged in.
Their skin is beautifully rendered. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play as we look at games both old and new that will make you so happy you picked up one of those nifty high-def televisions all the kids are talking about.
You happen to find yourself divorced, alienated, or trapped by a creative film director in a room from which you cannot escape. You think, how should I spend my time?
Well, how about a game you can spend over 100 hours playing? And if you have to stare at it for that long, it better look good. Enter Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion.
Tired of real life? Want to get away for a while? Maybe a week, a month, longer? Here you go. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is one of the most insidious social life-destroying games ever unleashed upon an unsuspecting public. Just the colossally comprehensive character creation can consume clock time. You can make just about anyone you can think of. Once you've decided who you are, you're thrown in prison and Patrick Stewart explains the story.
You are the one from my dreams.
When Picard says quest, I say, how long? So it's off into the world to find, wow, it's really pretty here. Hey, look, ruins to explore. I wonder what's going on in town. Horsey, oh, Horsey. Was there something I had to do? Oh yeah, Patrick Stewart wants me to save his illegitimate son and close magical gates that allow evil things from the Oblivion dimension into our world and make the sky red. But who cares about that when there are artists trapped in their own paintings?
Where did you come from? You look real enough.
Oblivion is all about doing whatever you want to do. Your character skills improve with use, so the game automatically tailors itself to your playstyle. Do you prefer a two-fisted master of the blade? A lock-breaking kleptomaniac? A supernatural spell slinger? It's all here. Go nuts. The province of Cyrodiil is crammed full of interesting stuff. Oblivion nails the living world better than just about any other game. It's real easy to end up with RPG ADD. You can play for dozens of hours without even touching the main quest. Join a guild or two.
It is my honor to welcome you into our ranks as a Knight Brother of the Blaze.
Pick the landscape clean of useful foliage, or stick your nose into everyone's business.
Get lost or I'll pull your arm off.
Hundreds of people inhabit the land, and they'll all have something to say.
Show me what you've got!
And most of them have problems they're too lazy, stupid, or incompetent to solve for themselves.
It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed.
They even talk to each other once in a while.
Seems that these are turbulent times in the land of the Dunmer.
Bye.
You've got my ear.
Oh, okay, that's a little creepy. Come on, guys, go away so I can break into the guard captain's room.
Hello there.
Okay, well, I'll just ruin your dinner then.
Hi there.
Wow, you guys took that a lot better than I thought you would.
Hi.
With linear cookie-cutter Japanese RPGs clogging the game industry's arteries, Oblivion is like a quadruple bypass of awesome. Buy it and tell your loved ones you'll miss them. You won't be seeing them for a while. A 5 out of 5.
Hail, Martin Septim. Hail.
Well, the review you saw was for the Xbox 360 version. Oblivion will also be a launch title for the PS3, and it will include a significant amount of new content.
And all that extra content will also be available for the 360 owners, except you'll have to pay for it.
Yes. This beautiful look into the future was brought to you by XPlay.
Today on XPlay.